I'm 42. I played football for 15 years. Every position on the field at one point or another. But I mainly identify as a quarterback and a linebacker. You know what that does to a human brain? It's basically a personality disorder. Half of me wants to read the defense, calculate the risk, and execute the graceful play. Then the other half just wants to run full speed into a wall and see if it feels pain. I see life like a gridiron. You know, the whole field. And I can't turn that shit off. Like, for example, I was at a funeral last week. Yeah, I know, it's that stuff. But, I'm standing there near the casket. I'm looking at the pallbearers and I'm thinking, their spacing is terrible. If that widow were to execute a slant route right now, she's wide open for the inheritance. I've been married for 14 years to the commissioner, we'll call her. She runs the league. She handles the fines, the suspensions, the salary cap. Let's just say my salary cap is very low. Our biggest issue is play calling. Her love language is words of affirmation, and mine is acts of service. It's a schematic mismatch. I'm trying to run the West Coast offense, and she's running the wishbone. I tried to call in an audible the other night in the bedroom. The commissioner, she came out wearing flannel pajamas, which we all know is the goal line defense. 0 blitz, no passing lanes. So I yelled, "Boo, 80! Check, check! You look beautiful tonight, honey. Let me go organize the garage." And she immediately called a timeout. She took her jersey off. Turns out chores are the ultimate aphrodisiac. I didn't score, but at least I got a first down. I used to work in administration. I got tired of the cubicle, but I still have an engineering background. Well, at least that's what I tell people. An engineering background is corporate speak for, I own a set of tools, but I have no idea how to use them. I have three leaky bathrooms. I have 3 leaky bathrooms and a toilet that needs replaced. I tried to fix the leak yesterday. I approached this like a quarterback. I studied the film, which was a guy on YouTube named Plumber Dave. I had the game plan. I got under the sink. I got my wrench. I had the confidence. I turned the valve. The pipe burst. Water hit me square in the face. I got hit so hard that it gave me a concussion. As I lay there, wet, staring at the P-trap, I realized I didn't shut off the main. That is not a plumbing error. That's an interception. I threw a pick 6 to my own bathroom. Now, I flush the toilet and the garage door opens. I don't know how I did it. I rewired the house to be afraid of me. So now, I'm just sitting on the bathroom floor, wet, and I started to sort my sports cards. If I could say that right. Yeah, that's my hobby. I collect cards, but not your normal cards, you see every day. I collect the tall boys, the 90s NBA inside stuff, the NFL game day, like for the uninitiated, tall boys, they are long. They're thick. They're substantial. Protecting them is a nightmare. Standard protection doesn't fit. It's too light, it's too tight. You try to jam a tall boy into a regular sleeve, You're gonna rip the corners. You ruin the value. So I walked into the card shop in Grove City the other day. The place was packed. And I walk up to the counter and I said loud enough for everyone to hear, "Excuse me, buddy. I have a stack of tall boys in the car. They are pristine. But I need protection. Do you have any of those Magnum top loaders? I need something with a wide opening that can handle the length without chafing." The guy looks up at me, looks at his hands. He says, "Are we still talking about cardboard?" I said, "I hope so, or else I'm in the wrong store." I don't know. Yeah, I'm also writing a memoir. It's a therapeutic project. At least that's what my therapist called it. I call it evidence. Yeah, and I'm also diabetic, type 2. It means my world is full of a void of joy. I have to eat sugar-free candy. Have you ever tried to eat sugar-free candy bears? Have you ever tried to eat sugar-free gummy bears? Don't. Trust me. It is not candy. It's a gastrointestinal exorcism. I had a handful before a meeting. Quarterback brain said, "It's fine. It's 0 sugar." But the linebacker in me said, "Prepare for impact." I have a daughter, the rookie. She's great and all. Yeah, she has no concept of the salary cap. She thinks that money comes from the wall. I have a bearded dragon. He's my special teams coordinator. He doesn't do too much. He looks weird, but you gotta have him on the roster. I'm trying to teach him to run on his hind legs, but so far, he just looks at me like I'm the one in the terrarium. And honestly, looking at my life, the water damage, the sugar-free gummies, and the tall boys, he might be right. So, I'm going to go ahead and maybe go take a cold shower, perhaps try to re-engineer, organize my garage. Jury's still out. All right. Thank you.